Hello senior 1, how are you all? Today I'll talk about SI prefixes unit and nanotechnology. First, prefixes unit. As we know, to convert femto, we must times the femto everything times 10 to the power negative 15. Pico times 10 to the power negative 12. Nano times 10 to the power negative 9. Micro 10 to the power 6. Milli 10 to the power negative 3. Kilo 10 to the power 3. Mega 10 to the power 6. Giga 10 to the power 9. Tera 10 to the power 12. And pico 10 to the power negative 12. For example, to calculate the value of 42.3 millimeter and meter, as we said, millimeter, to convert millimeter to meter, we must times that and 10 to the power negative 3. So, 42.3 millimeter equal 42.3 times 10 to the power negative 3 meter. Number B, 479.3 milligram in microgram. First, we must convert milligram to gram. We must times that value times 10 to the power negative 3. Then, to convert gram to microgram, as we know, from microgram to gram, we must times 10 to the power negative 6. So, from gram to microgram, divided 10 to the power negative 6. Number C, 10 millimeter in nanometer. First, we must convert millimeter to meter. So we must times 10 times 10 to the power negative 3. So 10 times 10 to the power negative 3, it's called meter. To nanometer, we must divide it 10 to the power negative 9. Nanoparticles, it's very small particles, and when we break down these particles into smaller parts, we must obtain new substances that have unique properties. For example, nano gold. Gold is known for its shiny yellow color, but when its size breaks down, its color changes. So, scientists discovered that nano gold has many colors, such as green, orange, and red, which differs according to the nano size of the gold. And the reaction of gold particles in nanoscale with light differs from its reaction with light in microscale. Number 2. Copper hardness. The hardness of copper increases by decreasing the volume. For example, if I have a cube of sugar and are breaking it down into smaller parts, the properties of a cube of sugar, it differs from the powder of sugar, and the powder of sugar has unique properties that differs from the cube of sugar. Nanoparticles are classified according to their dimensions: 2. One-dimensional nanosubstance, two-dimensional nanosubstance, and three-dimensional nanosubstance. The definition of each one of them: one-dimensional nanosubstance, they are nanosubstances that have only one nanodimension. Two-dimensional, they are substances that have two nanodimensional. Three-dimensional, they are nanosubstances that have three nanodimensional. Each one of them having some examples. For one-dimensional nanosubstance, examples of it: nanowires that used an electric circuits, nanofibers that used an industry of wire filters, and thin films that used an packaging foods products to protect them from pollution and damage. Two-dimensional nanosubstance, like carbon nanotubes. As we know, carbon, they are good conductors of heat and electricity, and they are stronger than steel. Number 3, they can bond easily with protons because he can use as biological sensor. Examples of three-dimensional: nanoshell and buckyball. Nanoshell used in treatment of cancer, buckyball that made of 60 carbon atoms, and it has a lot of properties which depends on its structure. Applications of nanotechnology. Nanotechnology have several applications in several fields. First one, agriculture. Agriculture fields, we can use nanotechnology in finding bacteria and food products, improving nutrients, insecticides, and medicines for plants. Number two, and medical. We can use for diagnosis for some diseases, photographing organs and tissues, using and treating some diseases like cancer, producing nanorobots which remove blood clots and helping in dialysis. Number three, in the field of energy, we can use the nanotechnology in producing of solar cells using nanosilicon and producing of cheap hydrogen fuel cells with higher efficiency and low costs. In industrial field, production of unseen nanoparticles which give glass and ceramic auto-cleaning property. Number two, production of repellent cloth with auto-cleaning property. Number three, production of nanomaterials with purified ultraviolet rays to improve anti-sun creams and cosmetics. Number five, communication. We can using nanotechnology and manufacture of a wireless satellite and mobile phones using an transistor and electronic chips of with high capacities. Number six, environment. We can use nanoparticles or nanofilters which work on solving the problem of nuclear wastes and water wastes and industrial wastes. Now, the possible harmful effects of nanotechnology. We have some effects or harmful effects on our health, environmental, social. For health, for health, they can penetrate the cells of lungs and skin in human, and the cells of plants and animals, which may cause health problems. Number two, environmental. It makes the water and soil or air wastes, having wastes. Number three, social effects. Due to the highest cost of nano, there are problems of social and economic inequality and the unfair distribution of technology and wealth.